Hello everyone, welcome to another series of today's GK. Let's begin with previous day practice question. Question was, in the context of which of the following countries is the Akushe Padak mentioned in the news recently? Nepal, Cambodia, Japan or Bangladesh? The correct answer is option D, Bangladesh. Recently, the government of Bangladesh has announced the names of 19 individuals and 2 institutions for the award of Akushe Padak. It is the second highest civilian award of the country. It is awarded under various categories such as the contribution to the language movement, liberation war, art and culture, journalism and social service among others. It was started in 1976. It is given in recognition of notable contribution to people and institutions in their respective fields. Hence, option D is correct. Now let's begin today's session. First question is, which of the following countries has recently declared a national state of emergency due to the cyclone Gabrielle? New Zealand, Australia, China or India? The correct answer is option A, New Zealand. Recently, New Zealand has declared a national state of emergency due to the cyclone Gabrielle. The storm's damage has been worst extensive in coastal communities on the far north and east coast of the North Island. Nearly a third of New Zealand's 5.1 million populations live in affected regions. Hence, option A is correct. Cyclone is any large system of winds that circulates about a center of low atmospheric pressure in a counterclockwise direction north of the equator and in a clockwise direction to the south. Cyclonic winds move across nearly all regions of the earth except the equatorial belt and are generally associated with rain or snow. Cyclones occur chiefly in the middle and high latitude belts of both hemispheres. Next question is, the Financial Literacy Week is associated with which of the following ones? Securities and Exchange Board of India, Ministry of Finance, Reserve Bank of India or NABARD? The correct answer is option C, Reserve Bank of India. Recently, Financial Literacy Week was started on February 13 and will last till February 17, 2023. The Reserve Bank of India or RBI has been conducting this every year since 2016. It aims to propagate financial education messages on a particular theme among members of public across the country. The theme selected for current year Financial Literacy Week or FLW is Good Financial Behavior, Your Savior. Hence, option C is correct. RBI is India's central bank and regulatory body responsible for regulation of the Indian banking system. It was established on April 1, 1935 in accordance with the provisions of the Reserve Bank of India Act 1934. Next question is, which provision of the Indian Constitution deals with disqualifications for membership of a state legislative assembly or council? Article 191, Article 192, both A and B or neither A nor B? The correct answer is option C, both A and B. Recently, the Chief Minister of Jharkhand has been in the news due to Office of Profit case. He had allocated a mining lease to himself when he was the Mining and Forest Minister of Jharkhand. This is a violation of the provisions of the Representation of the People Act 1951 and the Prevention of Corruption Act 1988. Article 191(1) says that a person shall be disqualified for being chosen as and for being a member of a state house if he holds any office of profit under the Government of India or the government of any state specified in the first schedule. While Article 192(1) states that if any question arises as to whether a member has become subject to disqualification, the question shall be referred for the decision of the governor and his decision shall be final. Hence, option C is correct. Next question is, Tarkash, a joint exercise was recently conducted between which of the following countries? India and Japan, India and China, India and Indonesia or India and USA? The correct answer is option D, India and USA. Recently, Indo-US joint exercise named Tarkash was conducted in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Tarkash is a joint exercise by the National Security Guard or NSG and US Special Operations Forces or SOF. It was for the first time included chemical, biological, radiological and nuclear that is CBRN terror response in its drill. The exercise also included a drill for tackling chemical and biological attacks by terrorists. Hence, option D is correct. CBRN weapons have the capability of creating mass casualties as well as mass disruption and therefore are classified as weapons of mass destruction. According to 2005 study, the range of these weapons is quite extensive. Chemical weapons include mustard gas, which damages respiratory tract, skin and eyes, and nerve agents. Victims rapidly become unconscious, having breathing difficulties and may die. Next question is the Agricultural and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority or APEDA was established in which of the following years? 1974, 1978, 1982 or 1986? The correct answer is option D, 1986. Recently, the APEDA have completed its successful journey of 37 years. It was established in 1986, hence option D is correct. It works under the Ministry of Commerce and Trade. It has achieved phenomenal success in the promotion of export of agricultural products. APEDA's intervention led to setting up and upgrading the infrastructure of the country for agri-exports and augmenting quality of agri-exports. APEDA has been focusing on promotion of exports of locally sourced GI or geographical indications tagged as well as indigenous ethnic agricultural products. Next question is in the context of which among the following countries is the Marburg disease outbreak mentioned in the news recently? Brazil, Equatorial Guinea, Peru or Canada? The correct answer is option B, Equatorial Guinea. Recently, the World Health Organization has confirmed the first ever outbreak of Marburg disease in Equatorial Guinea. WHO said that the Ebola-related virus is responsible for at least 9 deaths in the country. Hence, option B is correct. Just like Ebola, the Marburg virus originates in bats and spreads between people via close contact with the bodily fluids of infected people or surfaces. Marburg is a hemorrhagic fever that can affect the body's organs and cause bleeding. It is a zoonotic virus that, along with the 6 species of Ebola virus, comprises the filovirus family. Next question is in the context of government schemes and policies, Regional Connectivity Scheme UDAN, that is Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik, was launched in which of the following years? 2013, 2014, 2015 or 2016? The correct answer is option D, 2016. Recently, Minister of State of Civil Aviation has given the information regarding the UDAN scheme in the Rajya Sabha. It was launched in the year 2016. It aims to improve regional air connectivity and making air travel affordable to the masses. UDAN is a market-driven scheme. As on 31st January 2023, a total number of 73 unserved or underserved airports, including 9 heliports and 2 water aerodromes, have been operationalized since 2017 under the UDAN scheme. UDAN is a self-financing scheme, hence option D is correct. Next question is with reference to Smart Cities Mission or SCM, consider the following statements. 1. The mission is operated as a centrally sponsored scheme. 2. It was launched on 25th June 2015. Which of the above given statement or statements is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2 or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Agra, Varanasi, Chennai, Pune and Ahmedabad are among the 22 cities that will complete all projects under the government's ambitious Smart Cities Mission by next month. In the remaining 78 cities selected under the mission, the ongoing projects will be completed in the next 3 to 4 months. Smart Cities Mission was launched by the Government of India on 25 June 2015. The main objective of the mission is to promote cities that provide core infrastructure, clean and sustainable environment. It aims to give a decent quality of life to their citizens through the application of smart solutions. Hence, statement 2 is correct. 100 cities have been selected to be developed as smart cities through a 2-stage competition. The mission is operated as a centrally sponsored scheme. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Therefore, option C is correct. Next question is which of the following best explains the term Khanan Prahari? Mobile application for reporting illegal coal mining, portal on illegal mining, unmanned aerial vehicle or none of the above? The correct answer is option A, mobile application for reporting illegal coal mining. Recently, the Government of India has launched one mobile app, namely Khanan Prahari, and one web app, Coal Mine Surveillance and Management System, or CMS-MS. It is for reporting unauthorized coal mining activities so that monitoring and taking suitable action on it can be done by concerned law and order enforcing authority. The CMS-MS has been developed to curb illegal mining and take transparent action as an e-governance initiative of Government of India on use of space technology. Khanan Prahari is a mobile app of the Ministry of Coal for reporting illegal coal mining. It is a tool for reporting any illegal coal mining incident through geotagged photographs as well as textual information by any citizen from the place of incidents. Hence, option A is correct. Last question is, with reference to Arya Samaj, consider the following statements. 1. It was founded in 1775 by Dayanand Saraswati. 2. It opposes the worship of murtis. Which of the above given statement or statements is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option B, 2 only. Recently, Prime Minister of India has paid tribute to Dayanand Saraswati on his 200th birth anniversary. Dayanand Saraswati 1824 to 1883 was one of the social reformers of the 19th century India. He supported for women's education, denunciation of child marriage, and an opposition to untouchability. He believes in the supreme authority of the Vedas. He established the Arya Samaj in 1875, leading a reform movement within Orthodox Hinduism. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. Among his various beliefs included a rejection of idolatry and the overly ritualistic traditions of Hinduism. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option B is correct. Now it's time for the practice question. Divya Kala Mela was recently in news. It is associated with which of the following ministries of India? Ministry of Culture, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, or Ministry of Home Affairs? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.